So there's even more interesting news about the next generation iPhone SE. So for those of you who don't know, which everyone probably knows at this point if you're watching this video, there is a new iPhone that's going to be made probably in the next year or so. And this is going to be the next generation of the cheap iPhone Apple is basically making. So what does this even mean? Well, what this is basically it's that next generation of iPhone, which is going to be a pretty big deal. It's going to be probably a very good selling iPhone at that. It's going to sell a bunch of models and a bunch of things across the board. But it looks like there's kind of a problem. That's not a problem, but there's going to be a pretty big thing that's going to be changed with this particular iPhone. Now, it looks like that with the iPhone SE4, the third generation, which was the generation we have right now, this iPhone actually ends up having an LCD panel. Now, LCD is good enough, for a very cheap device. The iPhone 11 had it, the iPhone XR had it, this iPhone has it. Not the biggest fan in the world, but, it does kind of get the job done. It's not really the biggest deal in the world, but it is kind of annoying. With the iPhone SE4, it's looking like we are going to be getting an OLED panel, which I think is a pretty big deal. Having an OLED panel is really nice, and we already knew it was going to be OLED probably since the last, couple of months, honestly, to be honest. But before, we were expecting that basically Samsung was going to go ahead and pretty much make these particular displays. Now, it looks like that is not pretty much going to be the case. Samsung, in my opinion, makes some of the best displays out there in the market. I love Samsung displays so much, and I will tell you for the most part, if they were to pull off a Samsung display inside of a cheap budget phone like this, I'm sure that thing would have sold tons and tons of units. It wouldn't have even been funny. But the weird thing that we're going to be going through now is that it looks like that's not going to be the case. It looks like this particular iPhone is not going to be experiencing an iPhone panel from Samsung. It's looking like this panel is going to be from BOE. Now, BOE is another type of panel. It's a significantly cheaper type of panel. The manufacturer, makes significantly cheaper panels, which, is totally understandable. When you're getting a phone like this, again, it's going to be that cheaper type of display. And so it kind of makes sense if you're getting a phone like this, like you're not going to get the most expensive parts, especially if you're comparing it against the iPhone 15s and 16s in the future. Of course, those ones are going to be giving you a better experience. But I will say that to say, with a display like the iPhone SE4s, anything that we had before is going to be a big upgrade. That iPhone SE4 or the iPhone SE3 didn't really have the best panel of all time, and that was kind of the biggest downgrade or biggest issue, I would say, coming from a previous device. Now that we're going to be getting even an upgraded panel, honestly, even if it was something like the iPhone 11 panel, where it's like a cheaper type of panel or like a cheaper type of feeling phone, I think even that would have been a pretty big upgrade over this thing. So take it as you will, but that's kind of what I'm seeing with this particular device as of this point. If you have any other thoughts or questions, please let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that'll mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.